Believe it or not, but I need you alive. And I also really do not need a mouthful of torpedoes coming off of that thing. Thank you. Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome back to another Taskmaster Tuesday challenge for Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Today's challenge is going to be interesting, and as you can see from the title, size doesn't matter. You can either pick in this challenge to build a battleship or a heavy cruiser. You will go up against 4 of your own kind. So if you pick a battleship, you're going to go up against 4 battleships. If you pick a heavy cruiser, you're going to go up against 4 heavy cruisers. When the challenge is completed, we're going to have a couple of points. You get 1 point for not getting hit by torpedoes. 1 point to sink half of the enemy ships. 2 points for sinking all of the enemy ships. So a total of 4 points is up for grabs. Plus, there's a bonus point for using a single torpedo launcher and hitting an enemy with it. That is an interesting challenge, especially when you're considering that you're not supposed to get hit by a torpedo. So you can, well, it's not impossible, but it's going to be a little challenging. This torpedo launcher, single tube only, I can make that work. We have a tiebreaker by virtue of who sunk the enemy ships first. So if we happen to get the same amount of points, whoever happens to do it first gets the win for that week. Alright, let's get to work. We're designing a cruiser. Now the design requirements are build a battleship with the smallest guns, or build a heavy cruiser with the biggest guns available. Understood. I'm operating as the Japanese, and I believe that all of these slots allow me a single torpedo launcher for deck use. So that's interesting. Bonus point for using a single torpedo launcher. Does that mean having a single torpedo tube? Or having 1 torpedo launcher on your ship? See, this is where these tasks get a little finicky, and I do apologize. For this week, we should have done a bit more specifying what type or let's say what challenge we have, what the requirements are. I'll make sure that we have that lined up for the next. For this type, I can have the Mark V 11-inch gun. These things, without any upgrades, at 10,000 meter range, pen 10.2 inches of armor. It's not bad. We're going to need that, and we're going to probably need more than that. So let's make sure, first of all, that the ship survives. I'm not going to get hit by torpedoes, period, so I won't need a torpedo blister. It's that easy on paper. Let's go with an unbalanced rudder, maximum auxiliary engine for faster turning. And I've always wanted to use the turbo-electric drive, but especially in campaigns, they're incredibly expensive to use. But here, that doesn't matter. Although, hold on, gas turbines are even better. In the sense that they have less displacement. Acceleration is 35%. Acceleration here is plus 200%. No, if I'm going to be dodging torpedoes, I'm going to use this platform. When it comes to a citadel, flat out 15% resistance could be better here. This is more armor strength. Less engine damage chance. No, I'm going to take the resistance. Anti-flood. No anti-torp. This is going to be an additional level of resistance. So effectively more armor. More floatability is not that important, but fire extinguishing could be. Let's get oil. Maximum propeller shaft upgrade. And our turning circle is 390 meters. 390, but that's before I add on all sorts of additional systems, and most notably weapons. I'm going to have potentially a problem with the amount of displacement that I still have left, because I have yet to add guns. Guns. Yeah, I'm a little heavy. If I reduce speed, or rather I can reduce range instantly. I can set speed to, what, 30 knots? That ought to be fine. Oh. Not gonna fit, is it? We have a pretty terrible pitch with these guns. That is pretty shit. What if I start over with a modern heavy cruiser 3? This is 66 resistance, 62. It's really not that much better. Experimental heavy cruiser. If I go for this. Oh. Right, it's that hull. So I would have what? Like guns there, here, and here. But I could shrink that down. And I might be able to make this thing work. No, turbo electric, aux, shaft, electric, balance. 211. Now we're getting somewhere. 211 turning circle. If I can make this work. That remains to be seen. I still have to add all sorts of systems to this ship. Okay. Base accuracy, I think, is most important here. So let's toss the big tower on. Modern secondary tower. Yeah, I'm too heavy. Speed, 36 knots. We're going to go to third. Whoa. Even at 30, we're too heavy. And I have yet to add a funnel. Oh, this is not great. We're 100 tons overweight. That's something I can potentially mitigate. Let's see. This is going to give me 22 inches of pen. That should be more than enough. If I go for Cat Ballistic HE, and I get a flat surface, I can do quite a lot of damage, but not as much as I would like. Super heavy shell. 24 inches of pen. What if I go for semi-armor piercing? That's 14 inches of armor. I could probably make that work. 24, give me triple base. That's reducing weight even more. If I shift this thing down to aux 3, it saves a bit of weight, but I still would really like a radar and a rangefinder and a sonar. And suddenly we're 4,000 tons over. Yeah, what if I max it? No, that's pretty close. Still with a very decent turning circle. It's a weird ship, this thing. What? I cannot put that there? Really? That's unfortunate. I was trying to reduce the pitch. Aft weight offsets 2%. 16%! This thing weighs 4,500 tons. Okay, yeah, no, that's not really going to help. 4 weight offset, 0.1. Good. Now, when it comes to armor... what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Semi-armor piercing shell, would that be feasible? Not really. Well, I'll probably fire HE first, AP later. That's what I'm thinking. So HE will definitely do damage, and then semi-ballistics. Yeah, that ought to be enough to pen a cruiser. Although I already have 9 inches of armor. That's quite a lot. And if I want to do that challenge right, then I still have to add a torpedo launcher. Main deck armor can be reduced, considering we're fighting at fairly short range. Okay. Alright, some minor tweaks later. I think this is the ship as we're going to be using it. She has a displacement of 22,100 tons, a minimum turning circle of 320 meters, and she fires these 11-inch guns with super heavy shells. They fire at range, most likely HE, if the target is angled, and then when the target is not so angled, we're going to switch to AP. I do have torpedo launchers here and here. These are here to ensure that I can still complete that challenge. That challenge being the bonus point. Although, hold on. If I shift this forward, push this back, I can put the torpedo launcher here. Which gives me a bit more options, but the pitch is atrocious. Yeah, now these torpedo tubes won't turn. Fine. We'll put them here. They're 24-inch fast torpedoes, so they are quite likely to inflict a lot of damage. Oh my pitch is so bad. You can reduce your pitch by having your superstructure closer to the center of mass of the ship. So that's what I'm trying to do. It just keeps going up. If I put these things further back. Meh. So 1%, I can live with that. Pitch is not great. Roll is okay. Engine efficiency is 100%. We'll just have to make do with this. Okay, let's take this thing to battle. Let's take this thing to battle. I don't have any torpedo blister. I have Crypt 4 armor. This is tempting to go for an all or nothing armor scheme. But flat out more resistance means you just take less damage. Options. 4 belt, half belt, too heavy. Whatever, we're going. Okay, so I'm taking down 4 Chinese heavy cruisers. I'm not sure what they're going to look like. I'm not sure what sort of design they're going to have. This is left up to the, well, I'm not going to say capable hands of the AI, but at least it's going to be an interesting fight. Let's see what these guys have. They have, oh, there's no shortage of torpedoes to dodge. They have a main armament of 6 9-inch guns. That's pretty good. Pretty good. For me, I mean. They've got a couple of 5-inchers, some 2s and 3s. Right. Don't get too close and you'll be fine. Now, the objectives. Make sure I get this thing done quick. Make sure I sink half of them for points. And make sure that I sink all of them for even more points. What? We actually hit that guy? Wow. That's impressive. Oh, we're also starting to take flooding. Already. Like, excuse me? Target that ship. Target the lead. It's a flat surface. Should be fairly decent to get penned. No, she's already turning away. Now, with these challenges, it's always interesting. Do you go for the fastest time at the risk to your ship? Or do you go, no, I'm going to take it a little slower and make sure that I actually have a ship after 5 minutes of in-game time? Switch targets. I'm going to get an ID on these guys so I know whether I'm going to be hitting... Or, yeah, well, let's say I'm going to be hitting a wall of torpedoes, because that's not entirely unlikely. Massive turn starboard. Throw off their aim. Throw off my aim, too. Nico Shirane. Let's go. Come on. 2 broadside to the enemy. I don't really want to push in much more at this stage. Unless... Or rather, until I know what sort of torpedoes they're using. Partial pen. Reload's good on these guns. 17.6 seconds. I like it. That one. Flat target. Wide on target. Yes, that's more like it. Overpen? Wait. We're not firing AP that is that deadly. We can pen 14 inches. So how is this guy taking so much damage? That's more like it. That's more like it. Alright, Nico. Let's do this. Maintain bow in. So that we're not going to be that easy to pin. We want to pose for the thumbnail. Thank you. We can continue our murder. I mean, our peaceful negotiation with the enemy. What do we know about the torpedoes? We know very little. Partial pens or over pens? It seems like there's no real middle ground here. Accuracy 25%. That's really good. Partial pen. Fire. How did I set a fire with an AP shell? Well, don't ask questions you don't want answers to. 99%. What sort of torpedoes do you have? Short... No, not short range. 24 inch, 14 kilometers? They're sneakies, running at minus 68% torpedo visibility. Why are you not launching? You have me well in range. What are you waiting for? Armor is not... Ah, they're not waiting for anything anymore. So the Gansu and the Zili just launched. I'm assuming that this torpedoes... Well, torpedoes from this guy are also on the way. Like they're all waiting to line up on their torpedoes. Yep. The Anhui also just launched. Now these are sneaky torps, so we're going to immediately change direction. Throw off that torpedo aim. And we're going to increase speed, because that's what these gas turbines do very well. Whoa! They're not kidding when they said that they speed up well. Give me HE. Destroy the secondary gun. Very good. Oh, flooding. I need to eliminate at least a few ships. Good. That was a full pen. Accuracy is still decent. How good is their bulkhead system? Standard. Okay. So just flood them out some more and we can overwhelm their damage control parties. Their rudder's already eliminated. The plan here is to sink probably 3 and then rush the 4th with a torpedo, because I really want that bonus point. There's the torpedo. There's another one. I spot these at about 1.1 kilometers out, I think. Come on. Their accuracy is pretty terrible. 4%? Generation 3 radar? Really? Could have fooled me based on what I'm looking at. More partial pens, more fire damage, more flooding. Yes, we're going to take this guy out. Structural integrity is starting to fail. What might fail me is my amount of ammunition. I'm not sure I have enough. Especially HE. I'm running somewhat low. Considering that I still need to sink a good number of the rest of the ships. Yeah, they're dead. Switch target to the Anhui. Okay. Chance to pen. 19%. I'll take it. Especially considering that these AP shells have a far lower chance of ricochet. Holy crap, how many torpedoes are you bringing? Increased ammo for torps. Yeah, must be. That's a lot of torpedoes you guys got. 21%, 10%. Switch target to the Gansu. Full pen. Very good. Partial pen. $50 torpedoes per ship. Fortunately, they cannot drop them all in the water at the same time, but it's still not really a fun prospect to have. What the shit? I'm running the 1.05 beta, which was updated on, I think, March 28th. But I'm not really seeing the thing that they said in the patch notes where the dispersion got, well, buffed of sorts. Because you're still seeing weird dispersions, like that. That hit the cruiser, but it also hit somewhere over there. There. Again. I don't believe that this is quite as it should be yet. I set my guns to save. I don't want to spend this much ammunition missing or not doing enough damage to the target. Oh, they just launched torpedoes at me, and they did too. They didn't. They didn't. That's good. Ricochet, ricochet, ricochet. Yeah, they're leaving. Okay. Maintain pressure on the Gansu, and we're gonna just hit them with HE. Even though I'm running low on that. How good is your torpedo blister? Anti-torp 4? Oh god, that's not what I want to see. Really not what I want to see. Because I want to hit them with a 24-inch torpedo, but a 24-inch torpedo against a tier 4 armor protection system, or torpedo protection, is pretty bad for the torpedo, and thus for my damage output. Hold on, we're going to completely silence the guns. There's a torpedo spread. Okay. How many firepower, or how much firepower do you guys have? You're running a little low on HE for your 9-incher. You're fine. You're also quite fine. You guys got a lot of AP ammo. The Gansu would make for an interesting target, but there are more torpedoes. Port side, starboard side, 3 launchers each. And again, that is 24-inch torps. That is not fun. What's your turning circle like? 608. That's pretty terrible. My torpedo range. 11 clicks with a fast torpedo? Huh. They changed that as well. Open fire on the Gansu. Ideally I want to slow them down and isolate them some more. Cute. Now they got some more flooding and their rudder's damaged. That's what I wanted to try and achieve. So that I can close the distance and hit them with my torpedo launcher. Oh, I'm down to 204 AP shells and 36 HE shells. This is not great. Come on, Gansu. Don't flood out now. Believe it or not, but I need you alive. And I also really do not need a mouthful of torpedoes coming off of that thing. Thank you very kindly. Which is exactly what they're about to do. Oh, shit. We're gonna have to turn. Please, please, please don't hit me with a mouthful of torpedoes. They're gonna do it. They just fucking did it. Okay. Load the guns. We're gonna sink the Gansu. This is taking too long, and she's too unpredictable. Also, I suspect that there are more torpedoes coming in from the Anhui, and Guizhou is launching just now. So this is great. There's the torpedoes from the Gansu. God, next time bring more ammo, Stealth. It's not your first time. My fire control got damaged. Cease fire. Okay, that's a few points anyway. Because the rules were... let me find them again. 1 point, not to get hit by torpedoes. So far, so good. AP normal. If you sink 1/2 of the enemy ships, you get another point. Bonus point for using a single torpedo launcher. Or hitting the enemy with a single torpedo. That's what I'm going to try and do. Guns are swinging around to hit the Anhui. We're going to increase speed. That's what this thing does really well. Accelerates. I have to make these shells count. Like a lot of them. There's another torpedo spread coming off of the Gansu. That's a torpedo spread coming off of the Anhui? Maybe the Guizhou, I'm not sure. Switch fire to the Guizhou. I need to slow her down. And I'm also kind of expecting... Yeah, she turned, giving her portside launchers ample opportunity to launch. And same for the Anhui. This is not what I want to see. There are more torpedoes coming at me. They got sonar 3. They're going to see my torpedoes from the moon. There. That's the torpedo spread that I was worried about. There's the next. Oh, this thing is getting murdered. Guizhao. These AP shells are fantastic. Our turn. Whoa! That's more like it. Yes, please. Target eliminated. You're next, Sunshine. But I gotta be a bit careful with this target. I still need to hit it with a torpedo. I got 108 shells left. I'm feeling confident about my ability to sink this ship, but it needs to get hit by a torpedo first. Launch it. That's one torpedo in the water. They immediately detect it, but with a damaged rudder and 2 damaged engines, it might not matter. Problematic, however, is their ability to launch 3 more torpedoes at me. Go on. We have another torpedo launcher. Shit, they're gonna miss. Ah. Okay, increase the flank. Damn it. Hard to starboard. Is our port torpedo launcher still functional? It is. Because we used the starboard one. Oh, this is taking a lot of time. Time is not something I have a lot of. At least I don't have to worry about torpedoes anymore. Or at least not as much. And they can say. Steady as she goes. Torpedo away, port side launcher. Eliminate the Anhui, please. Please hit. Please hit. Thank you. Okay, now you can kill it. Murder that thing. Boom! 1190 damage. That's more like it. And she is gone. Go on. Be gone. Thank. Really? 0.7. There we go. 9-8 is what was it? 9-8-18, I think. 9-8-18. So, not getting hit by torpedoes. 1 point. Sinking half the enemy ships. Complete. 1 point. Sinking all ships. 2 points. Plus a bonus point for using a single torpedo launcher and hitting an enemy with it. Done. That's 5 points for me. I have inflicted a lot of damage against these against these Chinese cruisers. I have dealt 16k, but only taken 1300. And I am actually remarkably impressed with the amount of damage that these 11-inch, what was it, SAP shells? Semi-ballistics? That these shells did. This is a good ship design, even if I say so myself. Hope you guys enjoyed the challenge. Be sure to check out the other contestants. You can find them linked down below in the description. We're talking Brother Monroe, Spartan Elite, and Serious Strategy Gamer. Hope you guys enjoyed them as well. Give them a like, subscribe to them if you haven't already, and be sure to check out their attempts. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week for next Taskmaster Tuesday.